Good morning, students. Welcome back to our YouTube channel schoolquiz.com. As you know, my name is Danish Agarwal. As we have started our videos with of class 9 chemistry, that is of which pattern? CBSE pattern. We have discussed our two chapters, that is chapter number 3 atoms and molecules and chapter number 4 structure of an atom. We have covered our term 2 syllabus of class 9 CBSE chemistry part, and we have started our chapter with our topics are of chapter, that is matter around us pure. I have made first introduction video of chapter number 2, that is matter around us pure. So till now, if you haven't watched this video, please first of all watch this video and then come to this video, because in the first video I have discussed what is a pure substance classification of pure substance. So now we will discuss first classification of pure substance, that is elements. Today we will discuss our topic elements. So let's start. That is chapter number 2. Chapter number 2, that is matter around us pure. Is matter around us pure. So I will give you a brief introduction. What is a pure substance? Pure substance which is made up of one type of particles. One type of particles, that is the pure substance. Pure substance can be classified as, first one is elements and other one is compounds. And elements can further be classified as metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So in this video we will discuss our part, that is element. What is a element? In our next video we will discuss what are compounds, but in this part we will discuss what is an element. What is an element? Element is a pure form. Element is a pure substance. An element is a pure substance which cannot be further divided. Or we can say that broken down into simpler substances, which cannot be further broken down into simpler substances. That is, examples are like hydrogen, like sodium, potassium, etc. These all are the examples of elements. As we know, till now 118 elements are known. 118 elements are known. So first of all, what is an element? An element is a pure form of substance which cannot be further divided. For example, if we have a metal of, like suppose iron, if we have a piece of iron, if we further divide it, so all the pieces are of iron. So we can say that an element is a pure form of substance which cannot be further divided. Yes, you can say that on the basis of their properties, they can be classified into its three types. First one was metals, non-metals, and third one is metalloids. That is metalloids. So we will discuss. First of all, elements can be classified as elements that is on the basis of different properties. They can be classified as metals. They can be classified as metals, non-metals, and metalloids. metals, non-metals, and metalloids. As in your lower classes, you have already discussed about what are metals, what are non-metals, what are metalloids. So I will give you a brief introduction like of topic what are metals, what are non-metals, what are metalloids. So you can recall the concepts of metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So first of all, we will discuss what are metals. What are metals? We will discuss the major properties of metals. First one is what are metals? Metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. First major point is metals are metals are good conductors. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Second one is that metals are malleable. Metals are malleable. Third one is metals are ductile. As most of the students get confused about terms what are malleable, what are ductile, they get interchanged that what are metals, what is malleability, and what is ductility. So you have to remember what is malleability. What is malleability? Malleability is which can be drawn into thin sheets. Which can be drawn into thin sheets. These are malleability. Malleability is what? That is which can be drawn into thin sheets. Whereas ductility is what? Ductility is what? What is ductility? Which can be drawn into thin wires. Which can be drawn into thin wires. That is our ductility. So don't get confused what is malleability and what is ductility. Malleability is what? Which can be drawn into thin sheets. Whereas ductility is what? Which can be drawn into thin wires. It is like MS. As we know SMS, so we can take it as MS. It is malleability means sheets. As we know, metals are sonorous. Sonorous is what? That is they produce sound on heating. On striking, like they produce sound on getting struck or getting hit. They produce sound on hitting or getting struck And fifth property is like what metals are mostly solids at room temperature. Most of the metals are solid. Most metals are generally solid at room temperature. And sixth property is that is metals can be cut with the knife. Metals are generally hard, but as we know, some metals are cuttable with knife. For example, sodium, potassium. We can cut these metals even by knife. So this is our topic. That is our topic, metals. What are metals? Generally solid at room temperature. Okay, like they are malleable, they are ductile, they are sonorous, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Now we will discuss Now we will discuss here non-metals. What are non-metals? So it's just opposite of metals. That is poor conductor of poor conductor of poor conductor of heat and electricity. Poor conductor of heat and electricity. So no doubt exceptions are there, but no, we don't have to discuss here exceptions. So because you have already discussed what are metals, what are non-metals, and what are metalloids, so I am giving you just a brief explanation. Okay, so I am giving you just a brief explanation. So poor conductor of heat and electricity, not malleable. They are not malleable, not ductile, non ductile. एग्जाम्पल आ जाएंगी, ठीक है. नॉन मेटल्स लाइक क्लोरीन, फ्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन, एक्सेट्रा. मेटल्स की एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ मेटल्स वाज लाइक सोडियम, पोटाशियम, lithium, etc. So next, our third classification is metalloids. Our third classification is metalloids. What are metalloids? Those properties lies between metals and non-metals. Those properties which lies between metals and non-metals. Example: silicon, germanium, etc. These all are metalloids. So we have discussed, that is what are elements. Elements is the pure form of substance. Element is the pure form of substance which cannot be further broken down into simpler substances. There are three classifications of elements, that is metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Metals, non-metals, and metalloids. So in our next video, we will discuss what is compound. What is compound? So this is all about what today's topic, that is what is an element and what are its classifications. What are its classifications. So I hope you like my video. So please share it with your friends also, and like, subscribe our channel, so you can get all the updated videos from our channel. So thank you very much, students. Thank you very much.